Hello, my name is Randy Dobson. I'm an instructor here at Lone Star College. And for my continuing education students, this video is going to show you a little bit of how to navigate around the course. Uh, this video is in no way to replace all the information that you need to read that I have placed in the online course for you. First of all, you will go to My Lone Star, and of course yours will look different than mine since you are a student. Go ahead and log in, and then go to your online, LSC Online, and again yours will look different than mine. Go to D2L, and then go to our course, which is this one right here. So now you come to the main page. This is where announcements will be placed, which I've already put a couple of them for you. Okay. And you need to check in with the class at least every 3 days, if not more frequent, because these courses are around 4 weeks long, give or take. So you can't log in, get some information, and come back in a week because things can change, opportunities. Maybe I'm going to have a tutoring class online, and that's where all the announcements will go. Under collaboration, you have the discussion board, and I will create some here. This is where you can ask questions. This is where I'll put extra information, maybe on assignments, but that's the only part of collaboration. Obviously the email too, and I'll get to that here in a second. And you'll have your grades here, which is self-explanatory. Content is the main portion of this course because you've got the syllabus, these 2 documents you need to read, textbook options, the video, YouTube video list, and assignments. Now, how you know which assignments to do is all based off of the syllabus. I'm going to open it up right here. And if you scroll down right here, it will tell you which problems to do in which PDF. Okay, so in this case, we've got problems 1, 6, and 8. And that is in 1D PDF. So if you go back to content and go to assignments, there's 1D, open it up, and it says to do 1, 6, and 8. And some of these I've circled them for you, but don't count on that 100% because I might have changed things. But here's 1, so you'll do this one. This will be all in one AutoCAD drawing. Then you'll do 6. Then you'll do 8. Okay. Please note that you don't have to show your dimensions. You don't have to show any text. All I want is for you to draw the object. That is the main part of this intro course, is just to get you to be able to create things. The second course, intermediate, is where we'll get into more with dimensioning and text and graphics. Another thing is to make sure that you watch the videos. Okay, don't just jump into these things and try to start drawing it and say, well, I don't know how to do this. Well, you've got to watch the video just as if this was an in-person class. You wouldn't come on the first day of class and then work on assignments without attending the class, because the videos are just like my lecture when I would give them in person. Okay, but this is how your assignments are given to you through the syllabus. Now, there are no hard and fast deadlines, except that to stay on track, you'll notice there's a Module 1, Module 2, Module 3, and Module 4. And these courses are around 4 weeks long. So at the end of the first week, you should have these done at the end of the second week, third week, and so on. Okay. Now that does not mean that, oh, I'll just wait to the very last minute and do them all and then turn them in. Okay. Because that can backfire on you in several ways. One is, if you're doing these and you do them wrong, you won't have time. If you send me, I think there's 20 of them here. If you send me 18 of them at the last minute and half of them are wrong, you're not going to have time to revise them. So you're going to fail. Okay. Another thing is, as you're working on these assignments, if you get stuck, if you're not sure, send me an email. Don't spend hours and hours on any one assignment. Okay. After 20 minutes, if you're stuck and you're working in the drawing, send me the drawing with your question. Okay. And please don't procrastinate. Just because I don't have a hard deadline. And again, I base these courses on how it works in real life. Okay. And you'll see that in my letters, that I've worked in offices for over 40 years, and I don't go into an office anymore, but I still deal with offices. But you'll get a client that will say, okay, this project's due October 1st. And they're not going to call you every week to say, well, how's it going? How's it going? Have you got this done? Have you got this done? No, they're expecting on October 1st that you have this project done. Okay. You can't say, oh, well, you didn't remind me. That's not their job. That's not my job. Okay. So, and anything you want to ask me about how I do things, feel free to, because I will associate it with something in the real world when you get out there and work in AutoCAD. Okay. Now I'm going to kind of switch over here real quick. I'm going to go to my YouTube account, which is that one you will go to. I don't know why that beeped. And you'll see my face right there. And you will go to playlist. And for you, it will be the Introduction to AutoCAD. And you'll see all these videos that talk about specific selection options or commands. Okay, this is how to do copy, how to do move, and you notice some of them, they average about 4 or 5 minutes. Some of these that are a little bit more detailed, 12 minutes is probably one of my longest ones, and everything else is 4 or 5 minutes. Okay, you need to watch these. Okay, again, this is me lecturing it to you in a class, and you can watch them as much as you want. You do not need to subscribe to my channel. I don't make any money off of this, so don't worry about subscribing. The only reason you would subscribe is if I change something or update something, you would get notice of it. But if you're in the class, if it happens during the class, I will put it in the announcements. But yeah, just go to that the channel that has my face here. And then just go to playlist. I've got all kind of other videos. Like here, we've got introduction. Intermediate will be for the next course, and then advanced for the next. Some of the assignments I've done for students, and I put them in here. It's not a lot, but you may see something in here. Most of these are 3D, because the 3D can be a little bit challenging. So that's the YouTube channel and the link. And let me close this down. If you go back to content, here is the page, here is the link, and then here's these different commands. No, I do not tell you which commands to use to construct the drawings, because I want you to figure this out on your own. Okay? When you go to work at a company and you're a beginner and they're going to give you drawings to do, they're going to give you markups. They're not going to say, okay, Randy, make sure you use the line, the circle, and the fillet on this. No, they're going to tell you they want you to draw it. Okay. Now you might be saying, well, yeah, but I've already, at that point, I've learned it. Well, that's true. But in this case, if I tell you how to draw them, then you're only going to be doing AutoCAD the way that I do it. And that could actually be worse for you because everybody kind of has their own way of working in AutoCAD. So you pick the commands that you would like to use. Okay. And again, if you get stuck on that, please let me know. This isn't rocket science. This is not, once you get into it, you will find that it's fairly easy. You do not need to know math, except for maybe, radius is half a diameter and things like that, but you don't have to do formulas. You don't have to do Pythagorean's theorem. You don't have to do, right triangle calculations with sine and cosine. Okay, AutoCAD does that all for you. Okay, so let me go back to content. Here's your textbook options. Again, I'll allow you to go back to 2016. You can get all the way up to the latest one, depending on how much money you have to spend. I allow this because the slight differences is not that much, and it makes sure that you get where it says comprehensive, because that is 2 books in one, and it covers all 3 courses. Because out there you will see AutoCAD and its applications, beginner and advanced. Okay, if you take those 2 books and you buy them, is the same as this one because they are combined in one, which you'll see whenever you purchase the book. And it can be a hardback, paperback, online, whatever works for you. Okay. And let me see what else I wanted to talk about. And again, I emphasize questions. Ask questions. Okay. Don't think you're bothering me. Don't think you're asking too many questions. You keep asking until you get the answer that helps you. If you ask me a question and my answer is not clear enough, just say that. Mr. Dobson, that wasn't clear enough. I need some more help. And then I may do a video for you, or we may get online and do a live online tutoring session. I usually save that for the whole class, but sometimes individuals are struggling with it. Okay. The main thing is to get AutoCAD on your machine up and running as soon as possible. And again, this video is to help you kind of navigate, but I really want you to read first, read second, and then of course the announcements here. This is where we check, if you can't check daily, at least every couple days to make sure something hasn't changed, because it does move fast. And like I've said probably 20 times already, I'll say it on the end here, is to ask questions. Okay. Let's get you to know AutoCAD, because I know that you're able to learn it. And that concludes this video. Thank you.